Okay, so this is Thursday analysis for price action for DXY, Euro, and GBP USD. Let's go over the Forex factory first. 2 a.m. we have pound news, so I will not be trading before 2 a.m. And then at 8:30 we have PPI and unemployment claims. So I'm not going to be trading before 8:30 in the New York session. So let's start off with the DXY. This is the current DXY weekly candle. We've created a top wick and now we're expanding lower. And this is the target that I would like to be met. Well, this is basically my target. It might not be met this week. It might be met next week, but this is currently my target. And then this will be my other target. So dropping down to the daily time frame. I've explained this in the other videos, but basically, if we just go back to the weekly quickly, we have mitigated this weekly supply zone and rejected it, and now on the daily time frame we have mitigated this daily supply zone and rejected it. We've broken below this low, and now we have come back into this supply zone that broke below this low, and we are going to target these sell side liquidities. That is my personal opinion on price. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, what we can see is yesterday's CPI caused this SMT that we now have with the euro. I'm expecting lower prices. This was yesterday's drawn liquidity. We've met that, so our target has been hit. And then, as I've been mentioning previously, these targets, I'm looking for them to be met as well. Dropping down to the 1-hour time frame, we can see this overall range right here, and the high probability trade is going to be shorting, so from here targeting the sell side liquidity if we get our pullback before sweeping all of these lows. Honestly, regardless of if we sweep this low or not, so if we sweep this low and then get our pullback, I'm personally still going to be looking for shorts. You can see all of the fair value gaps in this push down, so this tells me that we're definitely bearish. On the 15-minute time frame, we can see how this is the 4-hour range. We have broken below this low. Asia created a massive range, so we've got massive displacement. And now, yeah, the current target is this low. And if we get a pullback before, we'll be looking to short this. I'll be looking to short this. What I'll be looking for is a market structure shift into here to then short it, aligned with Euro USD and Pound USD. So we'll see how those setups present themselves, because obviously I'm not trading the DXY. This is just for my analysis purposes. This is a flip zone. So price came down into this demand zone and then created this order block. And so price could very likely trade up back into here before tanking lower. We also have this 4-hour gap up here and this 15-minute zone. And this 15-minute zone, which is worth noticing right here. So yeah, basically for sure the high probability trade on the DXY will be taking shorts, following the momentum. There might be a long opportunity, so a short opportunity for Euro USD and Pound USD to long it back into here to then short it back into here. But this trade is counter momentum, counter trend. We don't know how long this is just going to keep falling off. So this is definitely the better trade after we have gotten a pullback. This trade is more riskier, and I would recommend you lower your risk on that one. Euro USD weekly chart. So we've hit this monthly order block and this weekly breaker block. Ever since we have broken this high, created a market structure shift, and now we have printed this candle where we can see the bullish momentum kicking in right now. Like you can see this candle is probably going to end pretty bullish after creating this lower wick. I'm just going to make this a tiny bit smaller. After creating this lower wick, going down to the daily time frame. Yep, so yesterday's target got hit, guys. If you watched yesterday's video, you would have seen that this was my target for CPI, and now we are just look at the momentum coming into these targets as well. So yeah, dropping down to the 4-hour time frame. I'm just going to remove this target because it is no longer relevant. this is the next target that I have right up here. There's a potential short from up here, which would be the long from down here on the DXY, which is not the high probability trade. And then ideally what I would want is this pullback to then long it and then target these buy side liquidity highs, and then ultimately this buy side liquidity. So jumping down to the 1 hour time frame, we have this 1 hour sell to buy, this 1 hour order block right here, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing, different names, whatever. So we have this 1 hour order block down here. If you draw the fib, you'll see that this is the OTE, and let's just drop to the lower time frames. It's the 30-minute, nothing interesting. 15-minute, we've broken this high. This is the midnight open. And yeah, so potentially we get a short from here into this pullback, or we just continue rallying up. If not, we come down into here. So once we come down into here, then I'm definitely looking for longs, because I'm looking to target these highs, as I've explained. This trade is lower probability. It's counter momentum. You're trading the pullback. This is why the take profit is set at 50%, because after 50%, it can do anything and start reversing higher. And then this trade this is for sure the better trade right here. Okay. So if you are a smart trader, and I'm speaking to myself right now as well, if you are a smart trader, you want to take this trade and not take this trade. This trade, you're catching the high. You're trying to short the top. This trade, you're simply following the momentum. Look at the bullishness. CPI came down, massive rejection. Then we got what? We came down into here, massive rejection. Now, it looks like we're coming down into here, and we're potentially going to get a massive rejection. I studied, bro. I studied. So, GBP USD weekly time frame. We are in this balanced price range, and this is the drawn liquidity right here. And my ultimate drawn liquidity is all the way up there. Dropping down to the daily time frame, we have seen price respect, the volume respect the 25% level of this rejection block. We have taken yesterday's target, this buy side liquidity high, and we've closed this daily gap. And now I want to see higher prices into these buy side liquidity sections right here. On the 4 hour time frame, what am I looking at? We have this 4 hour gap. We have this daily gap, which is the daily range. We have currently swept this buy side liquidity right here. We have this 4 hour order block, and then we have this daily rejection block, which you can see clearly here. This is the daily rejection block. So it's very similar to the euro trade, okay? Price broke this high. We are trending higher. We are targeting highs, and we are creating many fair value gaps. This is a trade idea. You could short this into the pullback, the 50% level, and then you're looking for the long. Again, as I've said for euro, it's the same thing. This is not the high probability trade. This is the better trade, as I've marked out for myself right here. So that's basically it. That's what I'm looking to see for the for the pound against the dollar and the euro dollar. I'm marking out this 2 a.m. news. I'm not going to be trading in the next couple of minutes. And then the 8:30 news. It's always best to let the news play out before you position yourself, because you never know how volatile the news is going to be. We might see this 2 a.m. news right now, boom, tank, create the pullback for us. And in that case, it's probably, New York session is probably going to be the better session to take the longs. So I'm just going to go over everything one more time, just very quickly. 4 hour DXY, we're looking to target these lows. On the 1 hour, we can see all these fair value gaps. We don't want to trade counter that. We want to trade with the momentum. So this is the ideal trade on the DXY. We want a market structure shift, SMT, etc., and then target the lows. Euro USD, 4 hour time frame. We have taken this buy side liquidity, yesterday's target. We are closing above highs. We are clearly bullish. And now this is the next target. If we sweep that high, we might get a short opportunity. It won't be the highest probability trade. If not, then and we just get the pullback. And if we're not trading the pullback, basically, if you're the smart trader and you're waiting for price to come into this 50% level, then yeah, you want to have a market structure shift. You want to look at the DXY, see if the DXY is looking like it's bearish or not, and then you just simply want to take the long. Okay, so this is why I said again, for Euro USD, if I'm shorting it, I need a clear trade with DXY, meaning but DXY is aligned with the euro. Ideally, we get the SMT, we get the displacement, we get the change in state of delivery, and then the lower time frame confirmations once I decide to enter. Pound USD, going to the 4 hour, same idea, displacing. We've got this daily rejection block, this 4 hour zone. The best trade is to wait for the pullback and then long on the 15-minute. Same thing for the euro, looking to have a nice, we want to see a nice setup that aligns with the DXY to take the shorts. That is it for today's video. I hope this video helped you, and I hope you have a great trading day. Just marking out this zone as well. You can see the stacked PD arrays. And that's it. That's it, guys. So be careful. We've got news at 2 a.m. and then news at 8:30. Take it slow. Don't rush into any trades, and just make sure that you're basically waiting for this trade. This is what I recommend, not financial advice. Thank you.